For our film, we wanted to choose the neo-noir style, as we felt it challenged the film noir conventions of black and white film, in order to attract a more modern audience to our film. We wanted to bring the best of both eras from both noir and also neo-noir to the modern day and combine them to show to the modern world. An example of a film that has done this is Brick. In this film, they hold all the conventions of neo-noir through their settings and style of shots that they use within the film. As shown here, Brick's use of colouring helped emphasise certain shots in order to make them more dramatic or gripping. We inspired by this and therefore managed to use a shade of blue in some of our scenes to show that this was a flashback that's taking place. During our cafe scenes, we very rarely had music playing in the background over the conversations. This was intentional as we felt that it makes the scene more tense and dramatic when there are just people speaking. An example of where this is used is within Inglourious Basterds during their restaurant scene. As ours was in a similar location, we felt that it was appropriate to use these techniques. Throughout this scene, we also use a lot of close-ups of Harvey and also low angles of Lenny, where he is in the centre of the shot. This emphasises the power levels that each character has, and it shows through the close-ups that Harvey is nervous and pressurised, whereas Lenny is relaxed and in control. When choosing locations for our film, we wanted to use a lot of stereotypical places that are used within noir films. However, we also wanted to add our own twist onto this. Our first location was shot within Bulldog in a cafe. Cafe locations are highly used within most noir films and neo-noir films. In this location, characters are able to meet up and discuss certain topics or private matters, even though most cafes are very busy in noir films. We decided to flip this convention and have it so that it was only the main characters of the film within the cafe. This works as it resembles the power that Lenny has of owning the cafe, and that he can use it whenever he wants and use it as a hideout. Films that also have this style, such as Breaking Point and Action in the North Atlantic. These scenes are used for main characters to meet up, and therefore we felt it was a must within our film. Our second location was a factory located in Letchworth. This factory setting is used because we felt it had a very eerie, chilling setting that creates a lot of tension and effective use of darkness. This is because all of the materials and surroundings are all metal and concrete. This adds to the danger in which Harvey is in, and that the environment makes it uneasy for the audience to see and be a part of. We capitalised on the use of dark lighting and shadows with the help of a spotlight being placed above the characters' heads. This again emphasises the uneasy feeling as it creates a sense of unknowing about what is hidden within the dark. A film similar to this neo-noir style is Batman the Dark Knight. Here the Joker is being interrogated by the detective, and the use of spotlights and shadows helps add to both the eerie setting and also the character's eerie personality. For our main protagonist, we decided to use the most stereotypical noir character of having a detective. Harvey plays by many detective roles as he tries to do good. However, he struggles to do so. This is due to the involvement of the gang which he is in. Films such as The Departed use these, where Leonardo DiCaprio gets involved with a gang himself. As in most noir films, the male protagonist then gets attached to the femme fatale. This is also used in nearly all noir films, such as Double Indemnity, where Walter gets attached to Phyllis, and therefore commits a crime, which is similar to what Harvey does when he steals the money from Lenny. Also, as most neo-noir films tend to be a lot more darker in terms of themes compared to noir films, we felt it would suit better if the male protagonist were to die at the end, therefore relating to films such as Double Indemnity and The Grey. Our villain plays on the conventions of most noir and neo-noir villains, as being the leader of a notorious gang, and has huge amounts of power. He is very controlling and dangerous, which is shown when he grabs Scarlet by the arm, and also when he orders to kill Harvey at the end. Other films that have this dangerous villain are Inglourious Basterds with Hans Landner, and also Batman the Dark Knight with the Joker. Whilst focusing on our femme fatale, we wanted to stay quite tight towards the normal conventions of noir and neo-noir films. We wanted her to be able to trick both of the characters and manipulate them both, where she sets up a trap for Harvey, but also manages to put Lenny in his own trap. We also used the convention of colour when dressing our femme fatale. At first we decided to put her in white, which resembles innocence and weakness that she has under Lenny's control. However, as the story progresses, we decided to add a red jumper onto our clothing in order to symbolise love, deceit and danger. This was suitable for her as it not only resembled the deceit and danger she puts onto Harvey, but also the deceit of Lenny where she locks him inside.